Arrived in Los Angeles, I checked my bag at the bus depot and proceeded at once to 4860 Sunset Boulevard, the address of the church I was seeking. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. A lady greeted me from behind a long table at the back of the room. "May I help you?" I explained my mission. "Oh, I'm afraid you couldn't possibly see him today. His time is completely filled." I was growing more desperate by the minute. "When can I see him?" She consulted a small book on the table before her. "His appointments are fully booked for the next 2.5 months, she informed me. 2.5 months? At any rate, the moment I accepted the thought of my possibly not being ready spiritually, the situation changed dramatically. I had reached the door when the secretary, Mary Hammond I later learned her name was, came up behind me. "Since you've come such a long way," she said, "I'll just ask Master if he'd be willing to see you today." She returned a few minutes later. "Master will see you next." "What may I do for you?" For the third time that day these same gentle words, but this time how fraught with meaning. "I want to be your disciple." The reply welled up from my heart irresistibly. Never had I expected to utter such words to another human being. Early in the conversation he had told me, "I agreed to see you only because Divine Mother told me to. I want you to know that. It isn't because you've come such a distance. 2 weeks ago, a lady flew here all the way from Sweden after reading my book, but I wouldn't see her. I do only what God tells me to do." At one point in our discussion he asked me how I had liked his book. "Oh, it was wonderful." "That," he replied simply, "is because it has my vibrations in it." Vibrations? I'd never before thought of books as having vibrations. Clearly, however, I had found his book almost alive in its power to convey not merely ideas but a new state of awareness. More silence. More prayers. "All right," he said at last. "You have good karma. You may join us." "Oh, but I can wait," I blurted out, hoping he wasn't taking me only because I hadn't yet found any other place to live. "No," he smiled. "You have good karma. Otherwise I wouldn't accept you." Gazing at me now with deep love, he said, "I give you my unconditional love." Immortal promise. I couldn't begin to fathom the depth of meaning in those words. "Will you give me your unconditional love?" "Yes." "And will you also give me your unconditional obedience?" Desperately though I desired to be accepted by him, I had to be utterly honest. "Suppose some time," I asked, "I think you're wrong." "I will never ask anything of you," he replied solemnly, "that God does not tell me to ask." To act only on the inspiration of whims and fancies is not freedom but bondage. Only by doing God's will can you find what you are seeking. "I see," I replied thoughtfully. Then from my heart I said, "I give you my unconditional obedience." "Now then, come kneel before me." I did so. He made me repeat in the name of God, Jesus Christ, and the rest of our line of gurus, the vows of discipleship and of renunciation. Next he placed the forefinger of his right hand on my chest over the heart. For at least 2 minutes his arm vibrated almost violently. Incredibly, from that moment onward my consciousness, in some all-penetrating way, was transformed. I left his interview room in a daze. It was unusual, to say the least, for anyone to be accepted so quickly. A few moments later, Master came out from behind the open curtain on the lecture platform. Smiling at us quietly, he said, "We have a new brother."